welcome back to Worship Guitar Theory. This is Nigel. It's been a while. I've been busy. Perth has come back out of lockdown from coronavirus, so we're all hit back to live church. We've gone back to live full-time work, and yeah, life's come back to normal. So we're thankful for that here, but I haven't had much time to get around to doing any videos. So this is a little one here for all my acoustic playing friends. The last time I did an acoustic video, quite a few people requested for more of it. So here it is today. I'm going to go through simple chord voicings that would suit worship playing, staying predominantly in the same position. What does that mean? That means you can, particularly if you sing and play at the same time, if you worship lead and play at the same time, so your hand would be positioned in around the same frets, and you can play most of the chords in that key that you would use in a worship song without having to look down and slide your fingers across the fretboards. All right, so we're going to cut to some playthroughs. I'm going to have examples of common keys, just going through the cycle of fifths. So keys of C, G, D, A, E, and B, without any capo, showing you how you can play all 7 chords in a worship context, and what makes them sound great and what makes them sound useful we'll discuss right after the playthroughs. So tune in and hope you enjoy this bit. Alright, great. So I hope that was useful. Also with the chord charts on the screen. So a few tips that would make some of these chords very appropriate for worship. Number one, most of them are open chords. Worship music tends to be very open. It's spacious. There's a lot of sustain. So having that smoothness of sustain between chords and chord changes just adds to the atmosphere. It sounds better than bar chords chopping and changing around and notes stopping here and there. Doesn't quite lend itself to that sort of sound. Second thing is that we try to minimize the number of notes that are different between chords. So the less notes we change between chords, the smoother the sound is going to be, and that once again lends itself to worship music. Worship music tends to be very smooth in transitions and chord changes. You don't hear this jarring sharp changes in octaves that you would get with bar chords. So for example, if I'm playing in the key of E again and I try to play within all the chords in the key, that doesn't quite fit what we're after. But if you're playing them much smoother, right? So they're all minimizing the changes. In fact, all those chords, I'm having the first and second string open the whole time. So that's kind of the secret recipe, similar to the key of G. You would have those two notes on the first and second string, common in most of the chords that you'd play. And that's basically it, really. That's just, if you can maintain those two things in there, try and keep your chords open and try to minimize the number of notes that change between your chords, you end up with a much smoother sound that lends itself to worship. And if you can keep all your chords in the same position, for example, in the first position here, like a lot of beginners do, then you don't really have to look down on your neck that much, especially when you're trying to think about your leading of worship or singing lyrics. So I hope that was helpful for you guys today. I'll have more stuff coming later on. Tune in next time. God bless you. Have a good one.